Here's another scene from Kingsbury. I must get some more photographs. They're all, I'm going up the Lick Hills this weekend, so hopefully I'll get some new stuff. But this one, it's a pleasant little scene. I can't remember which pool it is, but we got a little foreground beach area. Make a bit more of that. Again, I might try and create some light going down the middle, try and liven it up a bit. And again, all the usual gear. If you want to know what, just have a look in the description beneath the video. The usual 15x11 Fabriano Watercolour Paper. Let's start as usual by giving the paper a good soaking, so I don't get any horrible crinkly bits. And then once that's in, you see how the water's come off, so the hairs are all frayed. I want them back together, so I'm just dipping the tips in, just to bring the hairs back together. And then I'm going to go raw sienna, and then I'll throw a bit more of these sort of lighter colours in. Well, it's a bit green, that one, but a bit of red, alizarin crimson. I'm going to clean the brush, and I'm going to go ultramarine, Payne's grey, and then just brush this in. See what that looks like. A bit more. As quick as you like, because you've only got until the until it starts to dry, and then once it's gone hard, you'll have to stop. A bit more down there. I'll stick with that for the time being. And then same sort of colours, but this time I'm introducing a bit of lemon yellow into it for a nice greeny look. Now I'm going to put the horizon about 2/3 of the way up. Or shall I? I like to make use of this thing. Actually, let's put a few clouds in as well while I've got the tissue in my hand. Not too much, don't want to go crazy with it. That'll do. And then, actually, like I say, I'd like to make use of that. I don't know whether to come down a bit lower. If I come, say, 2/3 down. What you don't want to do is go halfway, because then it just looks a bit naff. A bit too greeny then. I still want it to look like the same colours as the sky-ish. I don't want to vary too much. So yeah, I should have gone a bit more blue and Payne's grey into it. Pop down the reflections while it's on my brush. And then I sort of narrow. As they get close to the centre, they go a bit smaller, and then I think smaller still, but we can't actually see it on this side, so I'm not going to worry too much about the right hand side. Watching that pool develop at the bottom of the paper, so I'm just going to soak that up with the brush. Is there anything else I need to do on that before I dry it? I don't think there is. So I'll give that a quick dry. I'll just see if I can get these little bits a bit more interesting, maybe. I don't want to overdo it. A little bit on this side. change that. Yeah, I think I'll leave it at that for now. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. Give it a quick dry before I carry on. I've got everything I want to do now in the background. So the closer you get to the foreground, the sort of stronger you want the tones. And then you're looking for hard edges as opposed to the soft edges in the distance. So that'll do. You ain't got to be bone dry, just dry enough. So now it's stretched. You can stretch it before you start the painting if you want, but I prefer to just do it as I go along. So that's the background in. We've got a nice little glow down the middle of the paper. So the next thing will be, we've got some, got a big bush on the right hand side here. So now I'm going to bother cleaning the brush. I'm just going into these greeny colours, predominantly the lemon yellow, ultramarine and Payne's grey. And just sort of using the corner of the brush see how simple it is to put in the effects of a little bush, and then a bit more variation, go into the red maybe, just to change it slightly, no more than that. Maybe a few little flicks. Actually I might use the rigger into the same actually branchy colour, so I'm going up burnt umber, ultramarine, just dark enough so it stands out, and then just a few little that'll do. Now we've got this, it's like a big branch thing that just sticks right out over here. And it goes right. Bit more water, brush getting a bit dry. Stick a bit more, just like that. And it goes into the water there. So we've got there's like a reflection of it down here somewhere. Actually, let's get the same colour for a start. About the same, isn't it? Up there, and then there's something like that. Actually, I didn't need to clean the brush thing, so I'm going to do exactly the same thing. There's another big one down there. No need for a reflection there because actually I might just stick that, but there's going to be some gravelly stuff there anyway. And then like down into the water and reflection there. That'll do for that. And we've got the foreground shore bit, which will be a quick sweeps. It's a bit dry, that is. A bit wet, I mean, so I just want to dry the brush a little bit. Still a bit wet, but it'll do. I ain't going to mess it out anymore. It's just a few little dabs here and there. There'll be a few. Just a few reeds by the shore, a few reflections. Might stick a few little pebbles down there just to break this, because it looks a bit bland. This solid block of colour. So I'm just going to put a few little pebbles and stuff on the shore there. Back to the rigger. A few more like little twigs and branches. Clean the brush, give it a quick dry. Throw the hairs up all over the place, then just go into your greens and then just stick some leaves on the end of this. A few more down there. There's a few up here as well. Even go into the red. Let's just pretend there's some red things growing down there. See how quickly it is to make something different in the foreground. Back to the rigger. Stick a couple of little birds. And then somewhere in the corner, pop your signature. Give that a quick dry. So this is our finished painting, so let's have a quick look at the photograph, see how it compares. So the first thing you'll notice is I've lowered the horizon line in the painting. The reason being, I was going to start it as high as the but I wanted to take advantage of this nice bit of blue with the way it meets the sort of yellow lighter area. I just wanted to get the profile of the trees just underneath the sky there, underneath the blue, just so that it just seemed to be a nice natural break. These foreground flowers and stuff, they weren't in the painting, but I just thought this area it just looked a bit bare and needed something. You can see there's nothing there apart from these trunks that have fallen into the water. But the rest of the composition, I've kept it pretty similar. Just tried to break up this solid block of colour here in the foreground shore just by scraping a few rocks and pebbles. And if you look at this mass of detail in these foreground bushes, you could see how easy it was just using the corner of the hake just to make the impression of a big bush. And then our birds always help add a little bit of life to the scene. Well, I hope you like that. Thanks for watching. Any questions, please ask, and I'll see you again soon.